Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. Let's talk about why recessions are a good thing. There's actually a longer treatment of this with much more development of evidence in my capitalism series. So if you want a deeper treatment of it, go there. Probably the teens through the 20s of my capitalism series. Recessions are actually a good thing in a private economy. Economists call it an adjustment. The economy needs a little adjustment. And that is what a recession is in a free economy. In an economy where the government has created multiple distortions, recessions are oftentimes the end of the road, the cul-de-sac in which you don't turn around, you just get stuck in the mud. But a recession in a private economy is different, and this is the reason why. Think of 3 or 4 or 5 million people out of work, and the businesses that failed were not the ones that saw it coming. They were not the ones that understood economics. They were not the ones that knew something about history. Okay? The businesses that failed were the ones that had overextended themselves, that had put themselves too far. Now I'm not talking about a government-controlled situation. I'm talking about a free economy. I'm talking about an economy where the government does not give bailout packages, tax rebates or whatever. So, think of these millions of people out of work. Think of these other companies that have some money in their pocket, have kept their assets in order and haven't overextended themselves. Comes a recession, price of stuff falls by 75%. They start buying things up. They start buying resources. The smart companies, the companies that saw further ahead, the companies that know what's going on more so than the other companies, they get an expanded resource base. They preserve their cash in good times and buy things up in bad times. Is this bad for the country overall? These companies that grow during a recession are the better run companies, and the companies that fold and fire their employees and shut down factories are the ones that weren't run as good, or they were not benefiting society as much. For example, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge are more likely to fold because they're not making the type of cars that people really want to buy. Toyota is. So Toyota's not in as much trouble as Ford, Chevy, and Dodge are. That's because they're benefiting the people more. When Ford, Chevy, and Dodge's sales fell off and down and through a floor, Toyota had waiting lines. So Toyota and whoever else buys up resources. Toyota could purchase up Chevy and Ford plants and retool them to make their own cars, and it wouldn't even cost the taxpayers any money, right? It just cost us, we just have to go buy their cars. As it is, Ford and Chevy and Dodge are going to retool their plants. I don't know which ones of them accepted money or if all of them did. They're going to retool their plants on our dime, on the taxpayers' dime. Instead of those resources and factories and so on being reallocated to a better company that's doing a better job, they're going to just dump money into them. So what should happen is those resources go to a better company, and the jobs, those employees, the employees that were fired should now be on the market for hire. Okay? We should be able to go out and hire. There should be 5 million people out of work, and there should be people who were, like say someone's trying to start a school and needs teachers. Well, that's a bad place to get teachers from people fired from Ford or whatever. Or let's say you're trying to make chess sets, but you just can't afford the labor. Now the economy crashes, price of labor goes down a bit, 20%, 30%, something like that. All of a sudden, you can start your little company and make chess sets, or whatever else, which may not fly in a recession because people may not need chess sets in a recession. But whatever the scenario is, more labor is now available and can be reallocated to places where people have been sitting there, they've got a better idea, they've got some capital, they can make use of that labor. The Great Depression was prolonged for the very reason that the government soaked up millions of jobs and a lot of money. A lot of the money that would have been put into future productivity was used by the government to pay CCC Corps kids to go and build, little dams and stuff all over the place. Stuff that's still there today. There's still little dams and stuff all out around in Utah. Little roadways and stuff they made. And they're still there, that's true. But what could the economy have done with that labor? They took them out in the damn desert and made them build roads to nowhere that people now drive on, and they go up in the hills and look at pretty stuff. But really, we couldn't have done anything else with those people. There was no one, no company at all during the Great Depression that had any money. So, recessions are a good thing in a private economy. The very reason that they are a good thing, the very fact that they mean that poor allocation of resources, those people lose their money. And correct and long-sighted allocation of resources gain more resources. That very fact means that economies, by their nature, make short work of recessions. A recession comes, stuff gets reshuffled, it falls out of the hands of people who aren't doing a good job, goes into the hands of people who are doing a better job. Now the economy is primed, like a pump. It's primed to go. It's going, pumping, a little bit of water coming out. Oh, stop, got to prime the pump. That's called a recession. Water start gushing again. Okay? We don't need help from Congress. We don't need stimulus packages. What we need is to cut spending, to cut government spending. That's it. And cut taxes too. And get them out of the economy. Because they're the one that caused the crash. A big economic crash can only happen in a controlled economy, because in a free economy, a recession means a resettling of resources to smarter hands, and now there's all these jobs available, and there's people who have resources they didn't used to, and the price of labor's gone down. It's a beautiful situation, unless the government's there meddling.